Did an idiot suggest you should steal from CVS? Another out-of-touch celebrity made some dumbass comments, which means it's time for a new segment called...
Idiot says what?
Sex and the City actress and failed gubernatorial candidate Cynthia Nixon says poor people should be allowed to steal personal goods from stores. Between her and Cuomo, I haven't heard of a choice this bad outside of states that let inmates choose how they're executed. The avowed Democratic Socialist tweeted, "A CVS on my corner has started locking up basic items like clothing detergent. And so as many families can't make ends meet right now, I can't imagine thinking that the way to solve the problem of people stealing basic necessities out of desperation is to prosecute them." You're right. So how about an express aisle for people only stealing 10 items? I can't imagine thinking a business can stay open when shoplifters help themselves. She's more out of touch with reality than Miranda was when she thought Steve could change. Sex and the City reference. Nixon lives in Manhattan, but in San Francisco, Walgreens has had to close 10 locations at least due to rampant unchecked shoplifting. Now they're the only ones in the Bay Area not selling drugs. Tyrus, how stupid can this person be? There are the people that are stealing from CVS. It's actually organized retail crime. They go in, they're young, they steal. And that's it. It's no poor people. It pisses me off.
It's literally goes back to that same liberal thinking. I'm not affected by this.
Yeah.
So instead of you donating to a cause or starting a charity, or you maybe taking one of your royalty checks from, what was it? Hugs in the City?
Hugs in the City.
I don't know.
Ducks in the City.
I don't know. That's what and buy a bunch of medication and maybe show up and hand them out in a truck like people did with turkeys and stuff. Instead of that, you know what they should do? That's no different than saying let them eat bread. Yeah. Let them rob people who are working every day to pay their bills and say, let's just take from them because I'm not giving anything. But it's that type of out-of-touch stupidity that we just see, and then because they're a celebrity and smile afterwards and have a good 8x10, we're supposed to repeat it.
You know,
like,
I don't know if that's a good 8x10.
It doesn't matter. Like the thing is, it's not even. She ran for governor, so even the celebrity thing is. She actually thought she could be governor, and to your point, she is a white leftist, and the people being hurt by this idea are minority families that live near a CVS, like in San Francisco, in that neighborhood. Poor families and elderly are now going to have to walk to the next CVS, and it may be a neighborhood that's not that safe. It's her mentality that drives that.
Yeah, and also, if you allowed people to steal things, the prices would go way higher, so poor people who don't steal would have to pay a lot more. But look, everything about this was ridiculous, so it's easy to miss perhaps the most ridiculous thing of all, which is her suggestion that she actually went to a CVS to pick up some laundry detergent for herself. That never happened.
Yeah.
She's getting $10 million for the Sex and the City reboot.
How much?
$10 million for the reboot.
She's the least likable character. Yeah. I could see Carrie getting 10, but Miranda, no. And what about Steve?
I've actually never seen
this was an actual show.
Miranda.
Yeah. Yes.
Miranda. This is a show. Well, I don't know what's gotten into me lately, but that was wrong, what I just did. Where were we?
I don't think that she actually walked to the store to get her own laundry detergent. Someone should ask her what it costs.
By the way, so when you go to any drugstore in any major city, they have to lock up the razors, right? Because the razors are correct. And every time you go in there, there's something else that's locked up because only high-priced items that could be resold on the street are. It's not people going, I need a loaf of bread, because you can get a loaf of bread free. You can. You just go to the churches, have these. No one's starving in these cities. This is retail theft.
Yes, and this is such a saviorist mentality. This is the total
mental illness from the A block.
Literally, it's so embarrassing. Meanwhile, she's prancing around the Upper East Side being like, let the poor steal their detergent. And everyone else is like, it's not a crime to be poor.
Why have you hid that voice from us all these years?
I don't know, I blacked out.
I would talk like that every day.
That's incredible.
And meanwhile, it's just a crime to shoplift. And the worst thing to me, actually, was the fact that she drew an equivalence between locking up items and prosecution. Like, I am happy to show Miranda anytime what a real prosecution looks like, because believe me, sister, having to ask the clerk for a key to the razor is not it.
Yeah, that is so true. And she equates
is not it.
I can't even do it again.
Do that voice and outnumbered tomorrow, the entire show.
Yes, tag out with it every time. Pete, that's a really good, but she also equates the poor with an acceptance of thievery. It's like all poor people would do this, right? It's like if they need something, they'll just go and take it.
The poor people in this story are actually the capitalists treating CVS as their storage warehouse.
Right.
Because they're stealing the stuff, going out on the street, and then selling it.
I know.
That's exactly what they're doing.
It's true.
Okay,
Marked down, by the way.
About it. Yes, this is someone who's absolutely never run a business, wouldn't factor that in, is dealing with the mental, leftism is a mental illness. We know that. Is managing that in real time, so we should feel for her that way. And she does reflect, she could be governor or mayor and govern as well as these left-wing Democrats are doing in cities and states right now. San Francisco, it's actually 17 Walgreens in the last 5 years. 17 in the last 5 years have closed because they can't keep anything under $950. It's only a misdemeanor to steal it. $950. You got to work hard in a Walgreens to find something that costs $950.
It's got to be a certain
violence
pill.
It's going to happen with store clerks trying to stop them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
So they don't.
They won't. So that's why this is happening. Nobody can do anything except close. The employees lose their jobs.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.